Hey, I made a video recently where I said I was going to be cutting back on purchasing before Christmas, but I ended up picking up a few. Some of these I picked up before that, but they're all fairly recent pickups, so I thought I'd show, these are all Criterions, show some of the recent Criterions I've gotten in the last, I don't know, month or so, something like that. I don't think it's much more than a month. Those of you know, who buy a lot of Blu-rays, and I'm assuming most people who watch this channel do, sometimes you'll pick up 4 or 5 in a week. I've been known to pick up 4 and 5 in a day, depending on what sale was going on and so on. So sometimes a month goes by and you go, wow, did I buy all those in that month? And it's like, yeah, you did. So, in fact, I just got 2 more to add that were within the last month. I'll talk about those first, and I'll move on to the ones that are below the pile. The Secret of the Grain is one I picked up. Abdelatif Keshdi. I'm taking a wild stab. Secret of the Grain looks like a really good one. It's Spine 527. It's a DVD. It's 2 DVDs. It's 154 minutes long in color. It's surround sound with French and Arabic with English subtitles. I watched a little of it. It's really cool. It's about the daily joys and struggles of a bustling French Arab family. It has the texture of a documentary, but a classic, almost Shakespearean structure. So I like the sound of that. It shows the immigrant experience, which I think is kind of cool. The discs look really sweet. It's got a nice booklet inside. There is some artwork behind this. I think it's got like the chapters on one side, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to take everything out of here, but I've shown some of these before, I think, briefly. But I just kind of want to give an overall overview. Really nice looking, though. The color really jumps out at you on this, and so too on the film. Like I say, I watched some of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but it's a very vibrant film. The colors really jump out. It was made in 2007. So for Criterion, that's pretty recent. You don't get all that recent with Criterion usually. So it's a modern classic film, and this is also the winner of 4 César Awards, including Best Picture and Director. So really looking forward to completing to watch that. Next is one I picked up a little bit ago, actually before Secret of the Grain, The Magician, Ingmar Bergman. I love Bergman films for tons of reasons. I don't know. If you've seen Bergman films, you know what I'm talking about. They just are different, aren't they? A good example is The Seventh Seal. If you've watched that, that's Ingmar Bergman. I've got Fanny and Alexander is Ingmar Bergman. These are some just great movies. I love Ingmar Bergman. Love this movie. It's Spine number 537. It is on DVD. It's 101 minutes long, filmed in 1958. One of his earlier movies. It does star Max von Sydow as Dr. Vogler, a 19th century traveling mesmerist and peddler of potions whose magic is put to the test by the cruel, eminently rational royal medical advisor, Dr. Vergus, or Vergerus. Yeah. Interesting. I did watch this. It's a great movie. I just love Bergman movies. I don't know how else to explain it. It's it's the black and white. The characters are so unusual, and yet there's truth in each one of them, that you kind of relate to each one, and yet each one is bizarre. Each one is purposeful. Each one is passionate and impassioned about what they do. Just a great cast. Great supporting cast in this one, and Max von Sydow, as usual, does a wonderful job. So great movie, The Magician, by Ingmar Bergman. Okay, now to get to the Blu-rays. Kuroneko, a film by Kenito Shindo, and this is Spine number 584. That picks up, kind of a plain looking back. I didn't open up The Magician, did I? Let me open that one up and just give you a quick peek at that, because I know people like to see what they're in for. This is a single disc, kind of cool looking. That's actually Max von Sydow in makeup there. The back of it has a very thick booklet with this one, by the way. Very thick booklet. Yeah, single disc on that one. Moving on. to Kuroniko. This is a Blu-ray now, and I think all the rest are Blu-rays. In fact, they are. Single disc. Of course, the Blu-ray holds a lot more information, so typically the picture is that much more vivid than DVD. Of course, it's in high def. So, yeah, this is really a nice looking movie. I popped this in again. It's really interesting. This cover is amazing. It's got sort of a ghostly look, if you can pick that up, but it's just a ghostly look to this character. I believe she is a ghost from what I'm able to pick up in this movie. Reminds me a little bit of Yugetsu, which is another film. This is 1968. 99 minutes, black and white, monaural, Japanese with English subtitles, 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. That is on Blu-ray. We'll put these other two away. They were not really older pickups, but older than the most recent ones. Yaya, I did watch this. Beautiful color film. Tells the story of a family through the eyes of a couple children, really. 3:39. It starts with a wedding, ends with a funeral. It's 173 minutes, quite long. 2000, another one that's fairly new. 2.0 surround sound, but I thought the sound sounded great on it. It's in Mandarin with English subtitles, so it's a Chinese film. I see a lot of Japanese films, but this is a Chinese film, and I really liked it. Yeah. It's directed by the late Taiwanese master Edward Yang. So this is a Taiwanese film, I guess. It's from out of Taiwan, but China's close enough, right? I say same thing. You say Taiwan, I say China. Okay. Sweet Smell of Success. I got this in a trade about a month ago, I guess. Pretty close. Really like it. I did watch it. Love the dialogue in it. It's a great vehicle for Burt Lancaster. He plays a writer. Tony Curtis is kind of a shyster, I guess you'd say. There's no likable characters in this, though. It's a little dinged and scratched on the back, but I'm not complaining. The guy I traded with was really nice about it, and it's not. Look, it's not dinged bad. I've seen a lot worse. It's got shelfware to it. That's about all I'll say. I thought I put this in plastic yet. I'm surprised I haven't, but great movie, Sweet Smell of Success. That was Excalibunny, by the way, that I traded with. Same with this one. Fran Cocteau's Beauty and the Beast. It's kind of an adult version. By that I don't mean R-rated. I just mean adult version of Beauty and the Beast. I forgot to open up Yai. I'm not going to open up Sweet Smell of Success because it's tricky and I don't want to damage the outer case. But I will open up Yai and show you that it's red inside. Woohoo! Just kind of a plain disc with the red C there on it. And then, pretty good sized booklet. Yeah. Classy looking, I guess you'd say. And I will open up Beauty and the Beast. There we go. I didn't take that. I remove those things. They just annoy me. Nice looking disc. I haven't watched this yet. One of the reasons I really wanted it was for Philip Glass. I really like Philip Glass. He's kind of a modernist. In his he writes symphonies and musical pieces, and he's very unusual. This is spine number 6, by the way, on Blu-ray. 1946, 93 minutes. It's in French with English subtitles, 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio. Monaural. But high def, it'll look good. I popped it in, it looked really nice. I don't remember where I got this from. Please, my apologies. I think I traded it. I traded it with somebody, I think. I can't remember who. It's been about a month. It might have been the Collector 1138. I think it was. I think he traded me 2 things, and this is one of them, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't remember what the other one was. I think he did trade me 2 things, but I'm gonna have to sift through my. Oh, I know what it was. He traded me this, I think, along with the History of Television, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show you that one too. So, Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Yeah, he did trade me this one. I haven't watched this one yet. 1983, 123 minutes. It's in English and Japanese with English subtitles. It's a World War II drama starring David Bowie. Yay. Spine number 535. And yeah, that's exactly it was the Collector 1138. Hey, you still owe me a vid, an unboxing vid on the one I sent you, my friend. I sent him. I had an extra of The Human Condition. It's a great movie, by the way, but you gotta have 9 hours to watch it. But it's a great movie. It's not what I expected. It's better than I expected. I expected a lot, but it's better than I expected. Great movie. I traded him that. He traded me this. And this got a pretty thick booklet in it too, as I recall. Yes, it does. Big thick booklet. Love these thick booklets with Criterion editions. Yeah, World War II. David Bowie plays a guy that's kind of bucking the system. He's a POW and he ain't buying it. Next, the other thing I got was the Golden Age of Television. I'm not going to open this up, but this is really cool. This is and it got a little dinged, but you know that just happens. These boxes you can't always stop from getting dinged. There's a ding there too. You can't really stop these sometimes. 1953 to 1958. It has kinescopes of the live broadcast of Marty, Patterns, No Time for Sergeants, A Wind from the South, Bang the Drum Slowly, Requiem for a Heavyweight, The Comedian, and The Days of Wine and Roses. Okay, kinescopes. Think not film. Kinescope. It's going to be rough, but just having these at all to me is worth it. You've got guys like Andy Griffith. You've got Cliff Robertson, Mickey Rooney, Rod Steiger, Mel Torme, Piper Laurie, Kim Hunter. Some of the really just excellent actors and actresses. Nice booklet in here, and you've got great writing by people like Rod Serling. Just great stuff with this one. And the kinescopes are a little rough, so they're going to have a little bit of a pulse to them sometimes. And not always. Paul Newman's in this, by the way. Not always the clearest thing, but you can get a pretty good idea of what they look like, I think, by... I don't have it on macro, so it's not as clear as I'd like. But, it's pretty good. I mean, considering that to have them at all is a miracle, and have them on Criterion is a nice miracle.